everybody, I'm Raya.
And I'm Brandon.
And you're watching
More Love with R&B.
And today we are talking about wedding rings.
So, before we got married, we literally idolized the wedding ring. Like, it was everything. We saw people that had wedding rings, and we just eye stalked them. Like, what kind of ring you got? Is it solitaire? Is it princess cut? Like, it was all about what it looked like. And if it was a dude, I was like, don't get me wrong, I was low-key like, let me see your ring. Does it have diamonds? Does it have no diamonds? Is it tungsten? Is it platinum? Is it white gold? Like, I was all up in that. We were both just obsessed with wedding rings. We couldn't wait to get married so that we could have one and wear it all the time.
Absolutely. However, life happens.
It did.
We got married, and I'll say for the first year, I wore my rings a lot. I had a cute little solitaire with a nice band, and it was the ring that I wanted, and I'm very excited about it. And just excited to be a newlywed, wearing my ring. I'm married. Make sure every time I went somewhere, I was just like this.
That's right. Show them the ring, babe.
All the time.
Show them the ring.
Y'all newlyweds know. Y'all know.
Y'all know.
However, got married.
Yes, we did.
Got pregnant.
We did.
Couldn't fit my rings.
Oh.
Couldn't wear them. My first pregnancy, my sister gave me a little chain, and I wore it around my neck. Yeah. And then I became a stay-at-home mom, washing dishes, cooking all the time, changing diapers and bottles and just all that stuff, my hands in hot water all the time, and then got pregnant again, couldn't wear my rings again. And I stopped finding it important to wear my ring all the time. I didn't want to wear it when I was cooking. I didn't want to wear it when I was disinfecting with hot water. I know it's probably fine, but I didn't want to. And then I was scared to take it off right at the sink because I felt like it would just fall into the sink and I would lose it. So I wouldn't wear my rings when I was at home. And being a stay-at-home mom, I'm at home all day, every day. So I could go 24 hours without even wearing my ring.
So this caused us to have a really real conversation about wearing our wedding rings.
Yeah.
So we thought that we could share some suggestions with you guys for those who are about to get married, and you probably need to talk to your future spouse about how you feel, and or for those who are currently married and you feel some kind of way about your spouse not wearing their wedding ring.
Yeah. So one of the things that we talked about was, of course, job. Like I said, my job is to be a stay-at-home mom, and it's just not practical for me to be in a house where nobody's gonna see my wedding ring. We've also seen people who've had jobs with construction where it's been dangerous for them to wear a typical wedding ring. People who are in the medical field who wash their hands a billion times a day and they don't wear their wedding rings often. And so yeah, that's something where you probably have to consider the fact that your spouse may not want to wear their rings all the time because of their jobs.
Sometimes it can be just lifestyle. I know for a lot of guys aren't into jewelry before they get married. They don't have a bunch of rings. Some guys rock a little pinky ring or whatever when you're going out with your boys and you're doing the whole club scene or whatever. You put on some bracelets and some chains, or I don't know, whatever you want to do. But typically a lot of guys don't wear a lot of jewelry on the regular, every day. And sometimes it's just abnormal. So the fact that, just one day that changes and now you have to wear jewelry, or in this case, a ring, every single day. Some guys just aren't used to it. So I think in the beginning, if I never forgot, but I would understand if a guy's just not used to it, then it's gonna take some getting used to in the beginning. And ultimately, if he walks out the door, he's not any less married because he's not wearing his ring that day.
Another thing that we talked about are clumsy people or forgetful people. There are people who typically don't like to wear their wedding rings because they feel like they're gonna lose them. And especially if you're spending $5 billion on a wedding ring, they might not want to wear their precious ring out because they feel like they're gonna lose it. They may be clumsy and say, oh, I'm just gonna put it like in this little cup while I wash dishes, and then they knock the cup over, the ring goes down the drain. You've seen it on TV before.
Yeah.
And so they feel like very self-conscious about wearing their ring. Another thing is people's preferences. If they're wearing a $12 trillion ring and they're going to Walmart, they may feel very, very uncomfortable wearing that. Like, some people love it. Okay, they all about the bling. And some people, like me, like I would feel very self-conscious to wear a house on my finger.
In Walmart.
No shade to those who do, like more power to you. Rings are gorgeous. Consider the person that you're marrying, or consider the person that you've already married. What do they think about the wedding ring? A lot of people say, I have been dreaming about being married all of my life. I'm finally married, and this ring is the symbol. It's everything, and I want it price-wise and look-wise to represent the struggle it took for us to get together, to be married, and now we're finally here. I want you to wear it every day, and I want it to be as expensive and as blingy as all get out.
And rightfully so.
Yeah, and that is perfectly fine, but that conversation needs to be had and understood and respected. There may be some people say, you know what, I started out that way, and now I don't feel that way anymore. Maybe we need to downsize. There have been people who have gotten tattoos instead, or have downsized to like a cubic zirconia, depending on the job. Like if you are in the medical field, or if you are a soldier or in combat or something like that, they have like these rubber rings, and it's safe for your hands. There's some people who are allergic to certain metals, and so like rubber rings or whatever are better for you. They're safer for you. So yeah, this is just a fun little discussion that B and I were having about wedding rings, and we thought, hey, you know, it's engagement season. People are talking about and planning about what rings are gonna get their fiancés, or maybe you're already married and you're like, look, we gotta find some money from somewhere. Oh, $1 billion is right here. Maybe we can sell it and get something smaller because I don't wear my ring anymore.
People do it. People do it all the time.
So I hope this starts some conversation between you and your significant other. Please leave in the comment section what you guys think about wedding rings. Do you have to have it all blingy? Are you the type of person that feels uncomfortable with the bling? You might want something more simpler because of your lifestyle or your comfort level. Leave your comments in the comment section. I'm very curious to hear your points of view.
Me too.
We appreciate you guys watching.
Yes.
I hope you liked it.
And if you did like it, give it a big thumbs up. Like, smash that thumbs up button.
Yes.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Yes, please. Join our family.
Come be a part of the conversation.
Yeah.
So we thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it. See you later.
Bye.